I don't want to do either of those things.
Yeah, but if you had to, though. We set the scene. We have a choice. We must decide on the correct answer. I'm Kyle.
I'm not Kyle.
You're not me.
Oh, shit.
That's a good start.
Just leave it in.
Just leave it in, it's fine.
I'm not Nathan.
You're not Nathan. And this is If You Had To, though. So original Nathan is still in prison, and I'm planning a heist to break him out in a couple of weeks. But for now, I've got with me my good friend Jessica Minshull.
Hi. You okay?
Welcome to If You Had To, though.
Shocked.
So the premise of this show is that we create scenarios for each other, resulting in two possible outcomes. We'll discuss each outcome's pros and cons and decide definitively on the correct answer. So basically, whatever we decide is the correct answer, is the correct answer. And we do that for the people at home so they don't have to think about it or put any thought into it whatsoever, because we are correct.
Just publish it in a book, send it off.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that eventually it will just, all of our answers will be put into a big tome, and we can sell it online.
Like a Bible, but not
like a
religion.
Well, not. I would say
a dictionary.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's more Bible-like, because our word is gospel. So, Jess, you've decided to head out on a solo trip tour around the world. Okay. You've been everywhere. You've been to Japan, Africa, New Zealand, everywhere. And on your travels, you've ended up in some random country that you don't even know the name of. And you stumble into this forest. You're just wandering around in the forest. And you stumble across this tribe of natives. And they're all these strange people who speak a language that you don't understand. And they all wear these like freaky masks. But they invite you to their camp. And they start to play this tribal music. And they feed you up. They light a fire. They let you spend the night there. But in the middle of the night, while you're sleeping, you're pulled out of your sleeping bag by a bunch of these natives, and they pull you out into the middle of the forest and to this dock, and they take your shoes off. There's one of them who speaks English, and he translates for the elder. And he says, this is your initiation. And he points to an island about 200 yards ahead of you. And there's like a golden trophy on the island. So it's basically like they're welcoming you into their tribe, but you have to pass this initiation test first.
Okay.
So there's this golden trophy on the island that you can see, but there's only two pathways leading to the island, and one is a lake that is completely icy cold. I mean, you dip a toe in, and you feel instantly frozen. And the other pathway is a burning hot pathway full of hot coals above a river of lava. So you've basically got a choice to get to this island. You either swim through this icy cold lake that is like at freezing temperature, or you walk across these hot coals to get this trophy and complete your initiation.
Okay.
So the choice is yours, basically.
Can I ask for my shoes back?
No,
they've took my shoes.
The guy who took your shoes is clinging onto them tightly, like.
Can I take his shoes?
No, he is. It's not. It's less of a choose your own adventure book, and more of a
choose your outcome.
Yeah. They're pretty against allowing you any kind of
any footwear.
Yeah, I mean you could walk on your hands if you can do that across the coals. Obviously not through the sea. You'd have to be walking along the bottom.
How deep is the lake? Do we know?
It's fairly deep. I'd say about. Oh, it's not too deep. I'd say swimming pool deep.
Okay, so you're gonna have to swim for it. You couldn't walk it.
No.
So the cold water, it can't be frozen because then it would be ice. So it can't be that cold.
No, I mean they've probably
It's cold enough to make you ill. Probably,
yeah.
But
before you got there, they probably threw a bucket of ice cubes in there just to make sure it was proper icy, proper cold.
So there's probably there's probably nothing living in there except maybe like a polar bear.
What, in the water?
Yeah,
I mean,
because it's so cold.
just like a penguin pokes his head out and
Yeah,
glares at you.
And then the only thing in the lab is going to be like a Balrog.
Yeah.
So I think I'd take my chances with the polar bear. But I feel like,
But yeah, basically, like obviously walking across the coals in just your socks. If you walk.
I have socks on.
Well, I don't know. If you've got to be honest. If you were out trekking through a forest, would you just be wearing shoes, or would you have socks on?
I would probably have multiple layers of socks. Yeah.
Oh, there you go then. So it's not
fireproof socks.
You just got magical fireproof socks. They could also fly. They've got little wings on them.
Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't work. I was going to say, what if I had Heelys, but they're shoes? Just Heelys across the lava.
So
right, so the lava side.
Yeah.
It makes it. Have you ever seen? Is it Dante's Peak? And there's an old woman, and she goes across this like acid river, and just like melts, and she drags this boat like 2 steps, and there's these screaming children, and Pierce Brosnan's in it, and she just dies for no apparent reason. And
is she a main character, or is it just?
She's like, spoilers. I think she's the kids. Pierce Brosnan's the main character, and then there's kids that are like semi-main character, and she's like the 3rd tier of character. And yeah, she drags this boat across and like sacrifices herself to save the children.
Wow.
And I don't think she needed to. But yeah, so there's a volcano in it at some point, and then acid lakes. So this is making me think of that film.
So it was a bad outcome for the woman.
It was a very she like it was like the Wicked Witch of the West, just like.
I mean, it's the hot coals are on top of it, and I mean the locals have all had to pass this test one way or the other, so they've all survived.
Yeah.
So it's not.
But only one, so I can't ask them because they don't speak English.
Apart from the one who was translating,
yeah.
But he's also the one that's clutching your shoes to his chest. He's a bit weird, so you probably won't get much out of that guy.
No.
But if you were would you prefer do you prefer hot or cold? Is something
I would say
to think
cold.
About. Yeah, you can put up you can put up with cold more than the heat.
Yeah.
So if it's like a really hot day, it's you would prefer that to it being absolutely freezing outside and snowing.
I would prefer cold.
Oh, you would prefer cold. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would usually have shoes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so I've got a lake with a polar bear. Or hot coals
you
with
put
a Balrog.
you put the polar bear in this scene. It's your own fault.
And I have to.
You have to.
I know that's the whole premise.
You do, because, well, I mean, they're all basically crowded around you, and you're stood in the middle looking out at these 2 pathways, and it's to pass this initiation. And I mean, you could refuse, but I don't think they're the most understanding tribe, and you might get eaten.
Okay. So, do we know what's in the cup in the middle?
In the middle, it's sort of like a golden trophy. You know, like what you would win if you were like the winner of a sports game. I don't know sports, but if like
Crash Team Racing, I'm just
imagining
there you go. Yeah.
Something I can understand. Yeah, sort of like a golden cup. It's
pixelated.
Yeah, it's definitely pixelated. You've actually been transported into a video game.
Yeah. So whichever I pick, it'll be fine because I've got an extra life.
You've got 2 lives, so you could try both really. But no, which one? So yeah, so I'm
kind of drawn to the polar bear because I've never seen polar bears in real life.
The polar bear that you added. You've added a character into this story, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go for that because of the thing that I've inserted into there. Why
not? And then if it kills me, wait.
Yeah, because that's what the question was about, a polar bear.
No, they're making it more perilous, aren't I? Yeah, if the polar bear kills me, or if the cold water kills me, I'll have seen a polar bear, maybe.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you walk in like lava hot coals, your legs would just melt off. How long is each path?
About 200 yards, so the length of about
meters?
4 swimming pools. I don't know why I'm measuring everything by swimming pools today. But yeah, say about the length of 4 swimming pools.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen people walk on hot coals, but not that far.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that the lava underneath is right underneath. Like, it would be
But
hot
it's like
coals.
you don't want to fall onto it.
Yeah. It's like your socks would probably be burnt away, and the bottom layer of skin on your feet maybe. It would be obviously searing hot.
Mm. See, then you're running the risk that your skin would stick. Like, if you put like a steak on hot coals, it kind of sticks a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you've got to then do 4 swimming pools of hot coals with coals stuck to your feet.
Yeah, but you would get the nice smell of like cooking meat.
Yeah, and then you could cut your feet off at the end.
You could get it off,
Eat yourself,
off of the.
And then you keep...
Yeah, it's like, would you rather like eat your own feet or have the tribe eat you entirely?
Yeah. So I think the polar bear is calling me.
The polar bear is calling
say.
you. So you're going to swim through the icy cold lake to get. I mean, you've got to get back as well. I've just thought. I didn't think of that when I was coming up with this question. But so you could technically do both if you really wanted.
Or you could take a bindle and just live on the island.
Yeah, I mean the natives have all done the initiation. They're probably not going to want to do it again. So
yeah,
there's probably pineapples on the island. It's a small island.
See, I don't like pineapples, so. See, there's got to be something for the polar bear to eat, though.
This polar bear that you've added into the scene, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely fish all around for the polar bear.
Yeah. So if the fish can survive, then I can survive.
Yeah, you can survive on fish. You just make a makeshift fishing rod.
But I mean, I can survive if there's fish in the cold.
Yeah.
Then.
But some fish can survive very cold temperatures.
Mm.
I think you would definitely survive either way.
It would just be very uncomfortable.
It's just, would you prefer the icy coldness or the burning? Only on your feet, really. Like, the icy coldness would be your entire body, but the hot coals would just affect your feet, and it would probably take you a long time before you could walk properly again.
Yeah, so it's long term.
Yeah.
So if the cold's gonna kill me, or I'll survive.
Yeah, you might get hypothermia or something.
Yeah. Can I take a boat?
Take a boat.
Are they allowing me to just?
No, they're literally just crowded around you on the edge of this dock. There's no boats around. It's surprising that the lake and the lava can coexist in the same area, really.
Yeah, there's got to be. If I went close to each of them, then surely there's a happy just.
You could like
bath temperatured water.
You could step onto the coals and then quickly dip your foot into the lake. Like to cool it down, and then jump back onto the coals. See,
that's what I was thinking. If I have to come back,
I
could go in the cold and then run back through the lava, and then I'd be like normal temperature.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you did it the other way, I don't think it would work as well. I don't know if that's true, but
a decision needs to be made. So either I think I know what you're leading towards. your polar bear that you're so excited to see. But I've got to ask you: would you prefer to swim in the icy lake or walk across the hot coals?
I would prefer to swim in the icy lake.
Yes.
But maybe take the hot coals back.
Yeah. Or I mean, when you get there, you could just like quickly step onto the hot coals for long enough for your feet to thaw, and then jump off again.
And then go again.
Yeah.
And then you can always do the same on the other end.
Yeah.
Or if on the island is a cup. Trophy.
Yeah.
Surely that's got like a hollow. I will throw the cold water onto the coals.
Ah, very clever.
And as I go. But that would only help me one way.
That would only help you on the way back, but at least
would... that's the worst done, yeah. That's what I would do.
Okay. So you swim across, you wave at the polar bear as you pass, and he gives you a little wave. Because he's not like a ferocious one from Animal Planet or something. He's just a cartoon polar bear.
Like the Coca-Cola one.
Yeah, like the Coca-Cola. He's actually drinking a bottle of Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
It's just a sign. It's not actually a real polar bear.
Yeah, and you're very disappointed as you pass by and you wave, and he's just like this cardboard cutout.
Turns out I'm like in New York or something. It's just like a big billboard.
Yeah, because you didn't know where you were. It's just some random country that you've wandered into somehow. You just like flashed your passport and they were like, yeah, whatever, go through. So actually, if it's a cardboard cutout, you could use that as a raft to get back.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Started multiple options.
Now everyone knows that if you're in the same situation that Jess got herself into, all you have to do is swim part way, tear down the cardboard polar bear that's definitely going to be there, and use it to get across to the island, get your cup, go back, appease the tribe.
I have a question.
Okay.
So, do I need to bring the cup back with me?
If you want to appease the tribe, yes. But
right,
like we
so
said, you could stay on the island if you wanted.
Yeah. If I'm bringing the cup back, the next time someone gets initiated, someone's got to put that cup there.
Yeah, that would.
How do they do that?
That would be the village elder. He's
He's about 10, because everyone else is dead.
He's a glutton for pain. He loves it. He like does the full. He swims across with the cup in his teeth, puts it on the island, runs back across the coals, and then just does another lap for fun.
Yeah, 5 times a day.
He loves it. So yeah, I think we've helped people out there, because this is
one for the book.
Yeah, this is an advice podcast more than anything else. So people know to swim across the icy lake if they're ever in the same position that you got yourself into this week.
Yeah.
On your travels.
It's been a busy week. Yeah. I've got polar bear facts.
Polar bear. Okay, go.
Polar bears have black skin.
They have black under the fur.
Yeah, so they have black skin, and then the fur is hollow and not actually white.
All right, that's
and
interesting.
It's some weird fiber optic sort of thing, and it makes them look like they're white when they're actually black.
Wow, we should do that. That should just be like a little segment that we do.
Yeah, Jess facts.
It's like, welcome to Jess facts.
Did you know a polar bear has black skin?
Well, you do now. Jess facts.
Jess facts.
Say that after every fact.
Just facts. Apparently, I think this has been disproven.
Yeah.
But most polar bears are left-handed.
But that's been disproven. That's a shame.
I think so.
Because we're both left-handed.
Yeah, we're both lefties.
Yeah.
Just facts.
Just facts. It's good because on this show, usually we like to give out facts, at least like 3 or 4 facts we give out per episode. So we're just getting them all in now.
Did you know me and Kyle are left-handed?
Just facts. Any more facts about polar bears? Or just in general?
I've got more left-handed facts.
Left-handed facts. Okay, we'll move on to left-handed.
So, in, I think, medieval times, in olden times, spiral staircases were built a certain way so that the defending force coming down the staircase would have the upper hand in terms of they would be able to use their dominant hand, which is usually their right hand, and the people coming up the stairs would need to use their left hand, which is usually not a person's dominant hand.
Oh, right, okay. So it's like a tactical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, okay, that's interesting.
So if you go up a spiral staircase, it's usually one, I can't think which way, a certain way. So it's never usually just, we'll build it counterclockwise instead of clockwise or vice versa. It's so you can get like a good swing in going down the stairs.
We went to a castle. Just facts. We went to a castle we went to this really cool place actually. It was what was the place called? St Michael's Mount. I don't know if you've heard of it. And it's basically a beach, and they've got this island in the middle of the sea, and there's a big castle on it. And basically there's a pathway that the tide is only out for about 2 hours a day.
And it's made of lava.
That's how I came up with the idea for this Would You Rather. No, it's like, just like the sea parts, and it's just, you can walk straight across to this island for about 2 hours a day, and all of the trucks drive past you. Like delivering stuff to the.
Go across.
Yeah, it's only ones going to and from the castle because it's like their food deliveries or people going out for the day. So we walked across, and they've got this whole little village there. I think there's like 25 people that live on this island, and you go around and you can go up into the castle because they've got a castle there for some rich people live there, and you just go around, see it all and everything. And we did that, and then afterwards we got back out, and the tide had come back in, so you couldn't walk back across, so you had to get this like little speedboat across, and these guys were just going back and forth all day making money by letting people ride in the boat. So that was a fun day.
Yeah. Oh, you're stuck. It's £1,000.
Yeah, they could have done that.
There's a place like that I think it's in the Mersey, technically, the River Mersey. called Hildreth Island, but you have to walk it. I don't think there's a road or anything, and you have to check the tides and stuff because it's a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
But there's apparently like really good like bird watching and random stuff up there.
Just facts.
Yes.
Any more facts before we move on?
Just random fact. Any castle fact? There's got to be a castle fact.
Yeah, we've moved on to castles. So we started off on polar bears. That led us to left-handed people, and somehow that led us to castles. I'm not sure how, but it did.
No. I don't think I've got any castle facts. I'm sorry.
Okay. You've disappointed all of the viewers, all of the listeners.
Next time, I'll come back.
You'll come back. We'll have you back on the show, and you better have some castle facts.
Oh, I've been to Edinburgh Castle. That's a really shit castle fact, but.
Oh, I thought you was going to say Edinburgh Castle shit.
Oh no.
I was like, you probably don't want to put an opinion like that on this point.
No.
But no, it was a shit fact. Okay, but it was a fact nonetheless. Just facts.
Right. So my scenario.
Yes.
That you've gotten yourself into this week, Kyle.
Yep.
So you've been visiting America with your significant other, and she really wants some ice cream.
Okay.
Right.
Pain in the arse. Yeah.
Yeah. Such demands.
I know.
Right. So you set out in your car, leave her at the hotel.
Yeah.
Go drive down the highway, and there's a hitchhiker.
Okay.
Who is somehow asking for a lift. You don't see him, and you hit him.
It's like you say I don't see him and I hit him. Am I actually aiming for him?
Maybe.
Like I've got Megan in my ear saying, "Oh, when are we going to get to the ice cream parlor? When are we going to get to the ice cream parlor?" And it's like, "Look, will you?" And this homeless guy just
a man's face through the windscreen, dead.
Oh, jeez.
Police are behind you, unfortunately. See the whole thing, even though you didn't see him.
The police are already there.
The police are already there. They were following you because you looked looking a little bit shifty.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Excuse me, license and registration." So you give it them.
Yeah.
They look at you a little bit weird. And
is
then
is it because I've drawn the license and registration myself? Because I don't actually drive.
Yeah. Right. So put your handcuffs.
Yep.
Take you to American police station.
Okay.
And as they're checking you in, you realise that you've messed up. And actually, because you can't drive, you've got Megan's licence. So you've given all her details.
Okay.
So they're not sure what to do with you. Do they send you to American man jail or American woman jail? So you've got to decide. The police are saying, "We don't mind."
Yeah, we don't. We don't know what you identify as.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're putting it out to you. So you get to pick.
Now that's interesting. So and it's an American jail as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very different to UK jails.
And I know more about American jails, so I imagine that was
I think
more defined.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine two types of American jail. I imagine the one in the Old West where it's just the bars, and it's just the two people in the jail cells, and then there's the sheriff sitting with his newspaper, and then those massive ones for all the like Orange is the New Black and Bad Girls and all those types of shows. Both women's prisons, actually. I'm trying to think of what one that's got a male prison in it. Oh, the Prison Break.
Green Mile?
Green Mile, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very old one, though. Although, do they still have the death penalty in America? They do, don't they?
They do in certain states, so it's...
Which state am I in?
Oh, let me Google it.
Okay.
Let's say Texas. They seem a bit weird.
Texas. Yeah.
And I'm going to check if they have a death penalty.
Okay.
Yes, it is legal in Texas to kill somebody.
Okay.
Well, not on purpose.
It's legal to kill someone in Texas.
To kill somebody.
Oh,
yeah. So they just let you go.
Oh, they just let me go. Okay, that's fine. I've won. I won the game. So a men's prison or a women's prison? Now.
And Megan's still at the hotel.
She's just gone for ice cream anyway.
Ice cream.
She's like, I don't care if you got arrested. I'm going to go for ice cream. And then, that's the thing. If I go to the women's prison, she probably wouldn't find me. Like, if she goes to visit, she'll be going to the men's prison.
Yeah.
So there is that as a first
How
thought.
much do you like her?
Yeah, I mean, she was constantly banging on about getting ice cream, so, at least I'll be shot of her for at least a while. Although I've killed someone, so...
Maybe forever if you kill someone.
Yeah, and I might be getting the death penalty.
Mm.
Damn. So, I mean, I'm not the most muscular person anyway, so I think most people in either prison would be able to kick my ass straight away. But then it's the using of the facilities and obviously the guards. Like their view of you is obviously different.
I guess it depends how you would want to play it. If you would want to be going like a hard ass,
Yeah.
or be like, I'm a British gent and
Oh yeah, of course,
respect
because
me. Yeah.
everyone else is American. So are they going to be endeared to my accent?
The charm, yeah. Like Doctor Who.
Yeah, we love Doctor Who. Yeah, either they would be charmed by it. Well, like I definitely stand out because I'm a British guy in an American prison.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I'm going to be someone's bitch.
Yeah.
I guess being a straight guy, it would be nicer to be with a bunch of women. Because of, like if I were to be someone's bitch, I would prefer it to be someone that I'm more attracted to physically.
Yeah. You've got the capacity to be more attracted to
a woman. Yeah. But then
prison might change you.
Yeah, exactly. I might find real love in the men's prison. Or either prison.
Or both. Maybe you could swap.
I could just keep changing my
Do
mind.
half time in one. Yeah.
I don't have a gender. Where are you going to put me?
Solitary.
I wonder if they have started making genderless prisons yet. Because that is becoming an ever-increasing...
a topic, yeah.
Yeah. It's like they have, in London, they have gender-neutral toilets. So...
Well, they had that at uni, didn't they?
Did they? I don't remember.
Wherever it was. The LRV.
All right. Yeah, so, like...
There was one toilet, and it was just... You just seen a lot of men's asses because they were just pissing with the door open.
Yeah, so... Yeah, hopefully they'll have a... Although that's not going to help me anyway. That's not the choice they've given me.
No, you're still going to jail.
Yeah, I'm still going to one of these jails. I mean, any jail is not going to be good. Does one sex get a special treatment over the other in prison? Is there any advantages?
I would hope not. Women probably get, like, free tampons. So
I don't know if that would help me. How
useful is that to you? I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they have to pay for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that like one of the bad things about going to prison for either sex is that you can't see the opposite sex apart from a guard or warden or whatever. So going into a prison full of women, that would be good. But I don't know whether these are all hardened criminals, I'm guessing. If I've killed someone, I'm not going to like a small minimum security. It's this maximum security where they've all, murdered kittens.
Stabbed someone.
Yeah. So they're not the nicest of people anyway. So I probably won't find true love in one of these prisons.
So you could think about which gender would be most likely to be able to help you get out. Like
if there was a prison break.
If there was a prison break,
I'm probably being sentenced to death, so I need to get out as soon as possible.
So could you either manipulate one sex more than the other, or use their ingenuity to get out?
I don't know. Guys who go to prison don't tend to be as smart, I don't think, as women who tend to go to prison. Because you watch these shows and the guys who go to prison, it's like, I've gotten into this fight, or
like a gang,
or I've shot someone. And then in these shows like Orange is the New Black and all those shows, they tend to be in there for like drug smuggling, or it doesn't seem to be like the heavy violent stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they've got more brain cells than the guys who are in. Like they've been in all these fights because that's how men like to.
Boxers and stuff.
Yeah, that's how men like to deal with things. They fight each other, so they're getting brain damage with all these fights they're getting into. Whereas in a woman's prison, I think there would be a lot more intelligent people. It's just getting them on my side and convincing them to help me out. But being the only guy in there, maybe that would make me very popular. So the what do they call the leader of someone in prison? So like the top bitch or something they call them.
Oh, I don't know.
So like so
I've never been.
Have you never? Oh,
No.
you're missing out.
The sound, yeah.
So yeah, like the top bad
Yeah,
guy.
'cause you're top dog, so top bitch would make sense.
So yeah, top bitch would get first dibs on me, I guess, whether I liked it or not. So maybe, and they would be the one with all the connections.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I go in the woman's prison, get this top bitch to take me on, then maybe with all her connections and everything that she can do, she would probably stand a better chance of getting me out than starting at the bottom of a men's prison where I'm just the only quirk I've got really is that I'm a British guy, and that would probably just get me beaten up or made fun of or whatever people do in prison. Come up with rude limericks in the bathroom or something. And I would have to start at the very bottom and work my way up to even get a meeting with the guy who actually runs the place, the top dog. And try and convince him to help me escape. So I think
it would be an easier job, potentially, with the woman.
Yeah, I think it would be an easier job to live in a women's prison. And I don't know if it would be, but I'm assuming that because women need things more cleanly than men, it would be a cleaner place to stay.
Women's toilets are like a million times cleaner than men's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and I don't know why that is.
I've been told, like, I go, men walk into a toilet and it's like one long row that we all just stand against a wall and piss. But I've been told that in women's toilets you get sofas and
sometimes Weatherspoons is
I have never been to a toilet and there've been a sofa in there. Like, not that guys sit around and chat in toilets or anything, but like if you get sofas in toilets, I want a sofa in the toilets.
Just to watch the people watch the pissing.
It's like it's like a viewing show or something.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, that guy's good. Look at him, yeah.
Do you get toilet guys? Like we have, well, not as much now, but like on nights out, you go to a pub or a bar and there's a toilet lady.
Yeah.
And she's got like a basket with perfumes and buttons and toffees and lollipops.
Oh, we don't get that. We get a guy like tries to spray you with different perfumes. And just like as you're leaving, whether you like it or not, and then if you don't like give him a pound, he like sort of frowns after you as you walk away. But that's like in very select places. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you have everywhere? Every toilet you go to? It's just like there's a woman. Any toffees or lollipops for you as you leave the bathroom? It's like I did wonder why every time I went to a restaurant with my girlfriend, she would just go, "Oh, I'm just going to go to the toilet," and come back with like a gift hamper, and just like muffins and.
This is why I've put weight on because I've been to so many bars. And just like, I'll have some of them.
We went off on a tangent there. Where did that start?
But
so
toilets,
so a guy's toilet is literally just a grey room with either one long like trough that you all use or just individual little bowls.
Yeah.
And you all line up against the wall together, stand side like elbow to elbow, literally.
And get shot.
But yeah, no sofa, no fancy stuff like that. So yeah, if that's what it's like in a female prison as well.
Yeah, if you had like a sofa in a prison and like a lollipop lady, then
that would be great.
A lollipop lady.
The lollipop lady of the toilets. I don't think the food would be much different.
No.
I mean, I know they do get the residents of the prison to run the kitchens in these places. So I guess that just depends on how good the person is at cooking. Although I could, because I work in a kitchen, I could work my way up to become the kitchen person.
And smuggle some...
Yeah, either way, I could smuggle out knives and any kind of tool or implement that could help me escape. But yeah, no, I think I'm going to go for the female prison. Just Just because I think it would be easier to get together with the top bitch in the female prison than it would to get together with the top dog to help me escape.
Right.
So
there you go. That is the definitive answer.
That is the definitive answer, and now everyone knows that if you end up in the same situation I was in, where you're in a car and you accidentally have your girlfriend's passport and you're a guy, there's a lot of circumstances that have to be in place, and you're in America.
And you hit and kill a hitchhiker, and
Yeah.
the police are behind you.
Yeah, so nothing really happened about the hitchhiker. He's just dead now.
Well, he's dead, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe his wife was the top bitch. We never know.
God. And that would be like the twist at the end of the series.
That could be a plot twist later down the line. Yeah. And she's playing you all along.
Yeah, she helps me escape. We get out to a cabin in the woods, and we're like, yes, we finally escaped. And then she turns to me. She says, you know that hitchhiker you hit? That was my husband. And then she takes out a gun.
Knife to the stomach.
Yeah. And then I lay bleeding out, and that's the season finale. And they don't know. You have to wait till it either gets commissioned again or the next series to find out whether I survived.
Yeah, and just fade to red.
Fade to red, yeah.
Really slow credits.
It just plays a really depressing song.
Yeah.
What's that song? That Familiar Faces song.
Oh, yeah.
Mad World.
I want to say Coldplay. It's not Coldplay. Is it R.E.M.? No. Moby? One of them.
I have no idea.
Someone like that.
But yeah, it just plays Mad World at the end as the credits slowly roll up. I don't know who would...
So you get killed after all?
Yeah.
Yeah, who would play you?
Who would play me? I don't know. Everyone says I look like Ed Sheeran, but I don't think he's an actor.
Okay. He was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, there you go. As long as he can act properly.
I would go for
I don't...
Shia LaBeouf or someone a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, he's crazy enough to do this. I should probably send him an email, and he probably would do it.
And he'd probably be on the show.
Yeah. I'll try and get him for the next episode if you had to. Though.
Yeah. So get him on the next episode.
Yep.
Ask him the same question, and if he answers the same as you, then match made in heaven.
Exactly. There you go. And actually, I could probably just get him to do this show for me.
Yeah.
I just
sit in the background and
just listen to it, edit it together when it's done. Perfect. So this has been If You Had To, though. I've been Kyle.
I've been not Kyle.
And if you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle M. Bennett. That's Kyle_M_Bennett. And
Bennett with two T's?
Bennett with two N's and two T's.
And a B.
And if anyone disagrees with anything we said in today's show, then let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this episode, then please follow and subscribe to the podcast on Patreon. We have new episodes up every 2 weeks, and it will help us out a lot if you do. I've been Kyle, and this has been Jessica Minshull.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. And good night.
Bye-bye. And good morning.
Whatever time of day it is. Goodbye. And there you go. We did a podcast.